The gameplay of Clash Mini heavily relies on knowledge and skill to be able to win, and also the ability to adapt in the middle of your battle. While there is RNG involved, there are a lot of things that you can do to improve your game, so we're going to go over 8 tips on how you can become a better Clash Mini player. The first tip is going to be choosing your mini upgrades. If you didn't know, once you select a mini that is already on the board and it's in your battle shop, you can actually choose which upgrade that you want to put on a mini. This can be huge in certain situations, and it can also lead to a win or a loss in a specific round just solely based on the fact that you can choose which mini you want to upgrade, and it'll help you in certain situations overcome that round and push you closer to victory. Tip number 2 relies on you studying and knowing all of the hero, mini, and gizmo abilities within the game. It is really important in a game like Clash Mini to be able to understand everything, because if you're going up against something that you don't understand, it's going to be hard for you to overcome that and win that battle. So knowing things, for example, with the Shield Maiden, a lot of people might overlook or forget the fact that the Shield Maiden actually gains energy on a successful heal. So pairing her with the Battle Healer, the Healing Ranger, or the Pancaker Gizmo is actually a very viable strategy. And obviously there are going to be some counters, but learning to play around those counters is going to be another key part in your gameplay. So leading into that, tip number 3 is going to be making sure that you're choosing minis that do work well against all heroes. Not saying that every mini in your deck needs to counter every hero in the game, because that is impossible, but making sure you're choosing minis that help you in certain situations. For example, you want to make sure, if you're not using like Skeleton King for an example, you want to make sure that you have a mini Pekka or a miner or something that has Dissipate, the ability to take away energy from your opponent. You want to make sure that if you're using a frontline heavy unit, that you have backline minis to make sure that you're able to hit the enemy backline. It's learning all of the mini capabilities and understanding their abilities, and also understanding which minis work well against other heroes, but also which of those minis synergize the best with the hero that you're wanting to play. Tip number 4 is going to be how to identify situations in battle and be able to adapt to them. In Clash Mini, it's really important to be able to adapt to your opponent's choices. So one of the best things you can do is making sure that you're waiting and responding to your opponent's choices, but not waiting too long. If you're too patient, it could come back to bite you. But what do I mean by waiting and being patient? Maybe you wait that extra round instead of playing a Gizmo right away to see what your opponent has, because there are a lot of times where choosing the same Gizmo might be beneficial, or there are times where choosing a different Gizmo in your hand might be beneficial. So being able to adapt to situations, it's okay to wait one more round to play that Gizmo, but you also want to make sure that you have the option to play that Gizmo, and also choosing which mini upgrades you take into battle. Again, there are minis that do work okay against all heroes, and I highly suggest you look at those minis and try to make the best deck that you can with the hero that you're choosing to play, and then adapting to situations in terms of being able to choose which upgrade you want to bring. For example, with an Electro Wizard, maybe stunning more enemies. If they have a lot of 2 elixir minis with the Barbarian King, maybe for the Electro Wizard you want to go for that first ability first. Or if they have only 2 to 3 minis on the board because they're focusing on upgrading 1 mini, maybe you want to go for that third upgrade on the Electro Wizard first to get that longer stun in. Being able to adapt and read your opponent plays is going to be super important, and that also comes with understanding the abilities of minis and heroes that you're playing with and playing against. Tip number 5 is going to be how to decide which gizmo to take into battle. At the start of a battle, each player will get 3 gizmos that they're able to choose from. In a duel mode, you will get the exact same gizmo as your opponent, so there are no surprises. You know exactly what your opponent's going to have, or potentially have, and you know exactly what you can potentially have. But one of the other important things is not only paying attention to what gizmo synergizes best with your team, but it's also really important to know which gizmo of the 3 best opposes your opponent. So what do I mean by that? For example, if you're going up against a Wave Master and you have War Toot available, War Toot might be a better option for you because War Toot negates all control effects, Wave Master being a control-based hero where it stuns on its super. If it supers any hero or mini within the range of the War Toot, it won't be stunned. Your hero and minis will still be able to attack within that range. So it's really important to also pay attention what hero that your opponent has, and maybe that is the best situation for you to choose the gizmo. So a bunch of important things to look out for when deciding which gizmo you want to take into battle. Tip number 6 is going to be paying attention to your quest tab. This is one of the things that I unfortunately wasn't doing, but with the new update, there were tons of quests that were released in terms of upgrading minis in your collection, upgrading hero abilities, upgrading hero levels, and things like that. You want to make sure that you're paying attention to those because you can actually go over because the quest will repeat itself. It will recycle itself. For example, the quest that I personally messed up on was upgrade 10 minis within your collection. There would be times where I would just upgrade like 7 minis at a time, which is 21 levels, and it didn't carry over to the next quest line. You collect the rewards from the upgrade 10 minis in your collection, and then another quest pops up that says upgrade 10 minis in your collection, and it didn't stack. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your quest tab because it will help you progress quicker and capitalize on getting those rewards from quests because they're going to be super important for you when you are leveling up your account. Tip number 7 is going to be use raids in Expedition. A lot of people overlook the raids in Expedition feature, but this is a great feature on how to improve your placement and understanding of the game. A lot of people just look at this as kind of an extra chore to do and just some basic rewards, but you need to look at it as not a chore and actually look at it as a tool to utilize to understand the game better, understand positioning better, and things like that. So utilizing the Expedition to figure out different placements, capitalize on winning those challenges that comes with the Expedition because a lot of the challenges that come with it are really important. For example, one of the challenges is win a match without losing a single mini. That will help you in terms of positioning and understanding on what works well against what minis, against what heroes, and also how you can set up the best possible defense. So capitalize on the expeditions and raids because they are predetermined positions that you'll be able to see, but it does help you on the back end to understand the best defense for the deck that you're currently playing. So definitely something to be on the lookout for. Capitalize on those raids and expeditions. And the last tip is going to be practice matchups with people within the community or friends that you have playing the game. It's really important to look at games and understand every aspect of them like we talked about in other tips throughout this video. But one of the other best things that you can do to improve your game is playing against things that you struggle. If you struggle against playing Monk, for example, then have somebody play a Monk and play against them. Try different things. Try dissipate options. Try stun options. Try heavy damage options. There's so many different ways that you can play Clash Mini, and it's really important to understand which compositions and synergies counter the heroes that you struggle with, and maybe that'll help you formulate a new deck and be able to beat more people and push up the leaderboards and hit that oh so nice legendary rank. And you know, with the legendary rank you can kind of listen to the cool new music, so I would definitely recommend pushing up to legendary if you can, and this is a great way to learn and understand the game a lot better and also practice matchups that you do struggle with. Those are 8 tips on how you can improve your Clash minigame. If any of these were helpful, let me know down in the comment section below, and also check out these videos over here. YouTube's recommending them to you, so they might actually be helpful for you. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more content, and don't forget to turn that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. And I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later. Peace out.